My presentation was on foster care, and my partner was Jackie. What is foster care? Foster care is a system where a child under the age of 18 has been placed into a private home of a state certified caregiver, known as a foster parent. A minor may also be put in a ward or group home. The arrangement of the child is usually organized through the government or a social service agency. Many children who are not in the foster care system live with relatives without the involvement of the courts. A quarter of the children in foster care system wound up placed with relatives. How many children are placed in foster care? In the US today, approximately 400,000 children and youth are in foster care at any given time, and each year about 20,000 of these students emancipate out of the foster care. Statistics after leaving foster care: approximately 300 foster youth will emancipate from the foster care system each year in San Diego County, most with no support or plan in place to secure a healthy future. 50% of former foster youth will be homeless during their first 2 years after exiting foster care. 60% of girls become pregnant within a few years after leaving the foster care system. 50% of youth leaving foster care are unemployed. 33% receive public assistance. Statistics: for race, 2% American Indian Alaska Native, 1% Asian, 24% Black or African American, 0% Native Hawaiian, 22% Hispanic of any race, 42% white, 3% unknown, 7% two or more races. Age: 27% 5 years old or under, 39% 6 to 10 years of old, 17% 11 to 15 years old, 17% 16 to 17 years old. For sex, 51% are male and 49% are female. Foster care children and education: 24% of youth struggle with disabilities while in school. Across the United States, 52% of foster youth attend schools that rank in the lowest 30%. Only 50% will receive a high school diploma. Only 10% of former foster youth will attend college, and of that 10%, only 3% graduate. Adaptations and strategies: contact the student's former teacher and school to find out about academic status, strengths, challenges, and history. Help ensure that school records and individual education plans (IEPs) for students enrolled in special education are updated with all relevant information. Please be aware that each move a child makes can delay academic progress by months. Understand that many children and youth in foster care have a harder time learning because of their experiences. Make sure to invite the resource parents, foster parents, kinship, caregivers, adoptive parents, etc. to work with you in assessing the student's current level of achievement and setting reasonable goals for the academic year. Find out who the student's educational decision maker is and reach out to this person to ensure that you are both on the same page. In the classroom, be aware that children and youth in care generally tend to perform less well in school than their peers. 30 to 40% of youth in foster care are also in special education, so your student may already have an IEP or may need one. Determine the student's academic, social, and emotional level, and then find ways to help him or her fit into the class by using accommodations and adaptations to support educational success. The student may have a learning disability due to poor maternal health during pregnancy or prenatal exposure to drugs and alcohol. The enormous emotional burden of grief, loss, and uncertainty about the future can also impair a child's ability to concentrate, learn, and acquire new skills. You can support the student's development by ensuring that routines are regular and that he or she has opportunities to practice needed skills and is alerted to any schedule changes. Structure material and tasks in the classroom to help the student achieve success. Make sure to respect the child's right to his or her own privacy.